Good evening, everyone.
Ho, ho, ho.
Come on in the room. She's not calling y'all. Yeah, that's not. Oh,
No.
yeah. Welcome. This is not the same problem we had.
I wonder if this is going to do like the reindeer.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh, my.
Y'all just be looking out for me because, yeah.
The problems of having a little head.
Try to make it work. Try to make it work.
Hey, you guys, come on and jump in. We are so excited to be starting the Women of Power radio show.
Yes, we are. And we're using this moment to share the video. All right. So y'all take this time.
There's one moment.
Go ahead. Just hit that share button, please. And thank you. Okay. You can share it to your groups. If y'all are in any of those like relationship, love, and dating groups that allow you to post and it's not going to get you kicked out, then we ask that you please share in those groups as well. Because the more people in the room, we're trying to build on the Savage Squad. So we need y'all.
You said get you kicked out.
Yeah. Because, some of the rooms are like private. You can't post. They don't want you to post like things that are like promoting another page. You can get banned. I've gotten banned from a few, so I'm speaking from experience.
Oh, well, we definitely don't want to get banned from any sites, but yeah, go ahead and share in your private group. Where?
That's terrible.
Oh Lord!
Your eyes are closed, and I look like I have no teeth.
Perfect. Oh my! I pray. No, that's just where your video was stuck. That's not the thumbnail.
Oh,
the thumbnail is actually a picture I uploaded.
Well, I pray.
Okay, so yeah, for those of you that have been kind of watching the page and seeing what the going on is, you kind of know that there's a question that we have
struggled to cover for the past 2 weeks.
Right, because historically we are able to discuss 2 questions from our listeners, or whether it's subjects or topics we found on Facebook or different places. Hey Ricky, hey May McGill, thank you so much for joining us. Tyrena, what's up?
Hey y'all.
So those of you that have been on for the last 2 weeks,
know
that there's a second question.
Yes, but y'all have just been on it so heavily, and we do love it because the dialogue, of course, is what this is all about, right? So we've been going so hard on these first questions. We haven't even been able to get to the second question for the past 2 weeks. So today, we said, even though the other one seems a little bit more juicy yet again, we are going to start with the question that we have not been able to get to because my cousin's about ready to kill me because this is for her, and she's going through it, and we talking about other stuff. So she would like to hear what we have to say. So we need y'all's perspectives. Don't hold back like y'all ever do anyway. So make sure, again, to share the video if you haven't. And let's get right to it.
Well, before we get to it,
shout out
what's up, Mary Martin? Listen, but first of all, have y'all noticed the new addition to Nana Face? Nana Smile. She's capricious.
Yeah. And that's only the top. I gotta go get my bottom done tomorrow.
Oh,
so
Lord have mercy.
Because I've been eating boiled broccoli, beans, yogurt, soft things that are disgusting.
Oatmeal.
And then I gotta go. And I don't know why he does. Rather than do them all at once, he does them in pieces. So for the next 3 weeks, I'll be going back every week. But at least you're gonna lose some weight because I can't eat nothing. And my birthday's in February. But you go. It's gonna work out for my good.
Come on, hashtag goals.
Okay. So shout out to Keisha Taylor. Thanks for tuning in. May McGill. Thank you. Rakita. Thank you. Tyrena. Mary Martin. Nice to see you back again. Tanya L. Brookins. Thank you so much for tuning in. Nikki Thompson. We appreciate you.
Nikki.
So again,
and Ricky.
Y'all make sure to share the video if you haven't already. So we're gonna get to the first question. Did you have something?
I need to share. I just thought about that.
Yeah.
I need to.
You know what?
I shared it to myself, but I need to share it to some of my relationship groups because these be some interesting topics, and I think that the world needs to hear these discussions, you guys, because y'all be having some really good comments. And so make sure that everyone that's on here right now that you shared the video to your page, to a group, to the world. So this is actually our Christmas edition. So you kind of see so I'm rocking the natural today. So this is what happens when you take the braids down, y'all. My hair was probably like 3 inches longer earlier, and then all day it's been just shrinking. But my goal was to be flat-ironed for tonight. But guess what, you guys? People make plans, but God is in control. For those of you who read Proverbs, you will know that I'm not in control of Nathaniel. And so I'm just here living my best life. All right, Nana, let's jump on in. What's our question?
All right, so the first question we have a young woman that she met, but she is still on of healing. I guess since her past relationship, some things happened to where she doesn't feel like she's ready for a relationship. However, she's saying that this is what I was talking about. She's saying that her friends and basically saying that she is gonna risk losing this man if she doesn't go ahead and commit because he does want a relationship with her. But she's wondering, is it safe to date while you're still healing, or should you wait until you're completely healed before you jump back into the diving pool? So what do you all think?
Is it safe to date while you're still? I mean, is that the right word? Safe though? I mean, like,
is it best? I would say, is it the most efficient thing to do today? Did you wait to heal first before you start dating again?
So what is it about the guy that's making her even consider, like?
She said he checks all her boxes. Like, it's her dream guy. If she were at a place where she felt like she was quote unquote healed, like she would definitely like jump on that because he has all the qualities she wants as far as husband material goes. However, she just feels like she's not fully healed and she doesn't want to, like mess it up by getting into a relationship prematurely.
Right. So I want to use wisdom, but then I also have my own personal opinion, which may not line up with wisdom, which is one of the problems. It's one of the things that make us fallible.
Right.
So I don't know what you want, wisdom first, or you want my opinion?
Opinion first.
Okay. So my opinion, I know that healing is a process, and most therapists, psychotherapists, drug rehabs, all of them tell you to finish your process before entering into a relationship or even, doing anything major like that. And so, but for me, I also believe that there are windows of opportunity. And that sometimes you can miss a window. Now, we have to ask ourselves, would God open a window while he knows we're in the healing process? But what I found and discovered about God is that his thoughts are not our thoughts and his ways are not our ways. And so he would. I mean, I believe that he would. Yeah. So I'm not going to discount and say, oh, God would ever do that, because people do that. Right. If something bad happens, that wasn't God. Well, you know what? If you read the Bible, a lot of bad stuff happened that God did. I'm just saying.
God will love and God will wrath.
Yeah, he allows. He allows things to happen. And even, when I came out of my abusive relationship and I was like, God, I feel like I missed you. And he said, no, I allowed that to happen. So there are things that he will allow to happen. So I guess, I'm sorry, getting back to my opinion, I would say if I met a guy that ticked off all my boxes, and I'm talking about, I kind of did away with my boxes, but there's still like these.
We still got it. We still got a couple.
Low key, we still got them. It's just not 30, 40 items anymore. But I would say if he ticked off all my boxes and I was still like in the healing process of maybe getting over, it could be possible that he's entering my life in this season to maybe help me in my healing process.
And that's also some people are graced for that. And she did say that he's willing to walk with her through it, but she just feels like, he doesn't know what he's getting himself into. I don't know exactly what her issues are, but she's still just antsy about it, although he said that he is willing to walk through it with her.
Hey, JJ. Hey, Azure. Yeah, and I agree. And I was thinking too, Nana, that even if he's not there to help her get through the process, of one big way of finding out if he really is checking all the boxes is for you to just share, this is what I'm going through. And if he says, I'm willing to wait with you, let's just build a friendship. Let's, then to me, that's further confirming that that's another box checked off.
Yeah.
So I would say if he's willing to just wait and be my friend, not my boyfriend, but just my friend, and while I'm going through this, I believe it's the best foundation you can lay.
Friendship is always the best foundation. We talk about that all the time. Like, don't skip the friendship portion and get to the romance, because your foundation is not going to be as solid, right? So no, we're not going to keep following. All right, but we have a lot of comments coming in.
What we got?
We're going to jump to, let's get this question in. Okay, all right. Race this. Hold on. I love the natural beauty. Thank you, Tyrena. Nikki Thompson said, yes, if he loves you and he's for you, he'll help you heal. Yes, that part.
He'll help you heal. Come on here.
Tyrena said afterwards, maybe she can just court for a bit. Okay. Mary Martin said, wait, don't put that man through no unnecessary to the point where her cup is full again. She should just chill. So she should wait. You're saying she should wait until her cup is full again. But then, it's kind of scary because imagine this is the man of your dreams. Like, what if he ends up meeting somebody else? Because in the back of your mind, you're going to wonder.
No, God has not given us a spirit of fear,
True.
but of power, might, and a sound mind. But I do believe you can miss a window of opportunity. I don't know why I keep going back to that, but sometimes windows open and it's not going to be the situation. You lose weight, or I'm gonna do this when I get to this perfect spot in my life, or I'm gonna do, with all these precepts that are put in place, and then we realize we never hit that mark, and so we never do that. Some things you gotta just do. And fear, do it, and you wait for everything to get perfect. It will never be perfect, because the reality of it is that yes, you might be healing from something now, but there may be a God forbid, a death next week. Mm-hmm. There may be a loss of a job, loss of your car. I mean, it's anything that could, I believe that we're always, consistently in a place of healing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because there's always something going on.
Right.
Frederick.
What's that?
Dwayne Hurst said, "Go for it."
Okay.
Tyrena, she's backing you up. She said, "Don't miss the opportunity that may be life changing because you're holding on to that old baggage." Bag lady.
So then, what is the hurt? What is the premises?
The issue?
What is she healing from? Is it from a past relationship? Okay. Oh, a whole nother
trust issues that have caused insecurity. So, yeah.
Okay, then I got to go back with Mary. Mary, I think you was on it, because trust issues are completely different thing. Yeah. I'm thinking like she had a breakup. You can be hurt from like a bad breakup, like maybe he cheated, which
it's all of that, because all of that, I think all of that happened in her past relationship, but I think that it contributed to why she feels the way she feels now. So it's a little bit of all of that. Y'all know how it is. If you've gotten out of a relationship, not only are you hurt because you're dealing with the loss of a relationship and that regular breakup type of emotions, but depending on how y'all broke up, there could also be some existential damage that's also going on. And so I think she has a little bit of all three going on.
Right. So if you got the type of damage that you don't believe nothing he say, you're not going to trust nothing he does, then I will definitely wait, because you're going to destroy that
good man.
You're going to make that good man run from you. Fred, how you know he the one? He said he is the one.
Because he said that he's willing to help her heal.
True. But even the one can get fed up. Even the one can be like, come on.
Yeah, you gotta go ahead.
You gotta give me a break.
I ain't got no time. I ain't got time for that.
Because to be honest with you, even as a woman, I would not want to enter into a relationship with a man that had trust issues. Mm-hmm. That's questioning my every move and why you didn't call me back, and that's too stressful.
Yeah,
I'm just at a place. You need to know who you are, whose you are, what you got going on. I mean, I personally, I'm going to be that's confident, strong-minded, and has their own stuff going on. I cannot be your whole world. I do not want to hear the 5 words. I can't live without you.
Or you complete me. To me, those both are just, when we're young and we haven't experienced life.
3 words.
Yeah, 3 words. We haven't experienced life. When we're taught to believe those are such cute statements, right? Like, oh my gosh, you said I'm just everything. To me, that I watched again a lot of crime TV, a lot of Snap, a lot of Fatal Attraction, a lot of For My Man. Those tragic, just kind of love stories. So when I hear things like that, it triggers me. Because I feel like, oh my gosh, like if he thinks that about me, that means there's going to be a lot of weight, a lot of pressure that's put on me that I am not equipped to carry, because I'm only human. People who kind of think like that and really do put you on a pedestal like that, it may feel good to you in the moment because they're holding you at such a high esteem. But just understand that the minute that you do something that goes out of what it is they expect for you, you fall just as high as you sit, right? So it can go from you being like the greatest person to now you did that one thing, now you're the worst person in the world, and they spaz out, and it's a mess. Okay, right. It's a mess. You don't want to be anybody's idol, anybody's God. Don't do that.
And just like that comedy skit we posted on our page, when you start hearing stuff like that, those 3 or those 5 words, just start thinking, Forensic Files.
Exactly. Cold Case Files, Fatal Attraction.
Right. Have you
First
seen
48.
Evil Lives Here? The new series Evil Lives Here.
Oh yeah. That is, yeah. If y'all have, I think it comes on ID channel.
Yes, it does. But you know what the crazy part, and I know we're diverting y'all, but you know, we can do that. But the crazy part is that, so this show is actually people recapping the fact that they were either married to, in a relationship with, or related to a killer, a murderer. And so one thing that I always see at the beginning of the show, it says, there were signs. In every show, because I be looking like to see were there some signs, and every show says there were signs. And so I think our problem is we ignore the crazy signs, y'all.
Because in the beginning, the crazy is cute. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. So in the beginning, right, whenever you're talking to somebody, y'all just started dating, it's cute when they pop up at your job and want to bring you lunch. Like, oh, he thought about me today. He brought me lunch. Oh, they so cute. So whatever. But then as time goes on and one of your homegirls says, wait a minute, ain't that your boyfriend sitting in the parking lot park waiting in the back? It's not cute anymore, because now you realize this is crazy. Like, what is he doing? It's cute in the beginning when he pops up and does small things like that.
Right.
But over time you start to realize, wait a minute, like this ain't cute, it's crazy.
So
we need to be able to differentiate between the two, because not being able to draw that line will get you in trouble. Because it got you in trouble.
Yeah. It's kind of like your kids, when they be at home and they do something bad and they like the parents can do it. Like, no, you got to shut it down. And so there was some signs, y'all, that I would have been like, lady, why are you still there? Right. You know, but it goes to show what women will go through for security, man. It goes to show what they will put up with and what they will allow to happen to them just so they can have a home for them and their kids. And I'm just like, and it's not worth it. Let me tell you something. Peace is priceless.
That part.
Your peace of mind. There's not enough money. Donald Trump don't have enough money. America,
there's
not enough money in the world that you could pay me to take the place of peace. And so, yeah, peace is priceless. And so, listen, y'all, keep your peace at, what is it? No matter what's say something at all costs or something like that.
At all costs, and if anything costs you your peace, is too expensive. So let it go.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wanted to get to Keisha Taylor had a really good comment. What's up, Keisha?
Keisha said, if he's not rushing you through your healing just to get to what he wants, then I say go for it. But if he isn't trying to give you the time and space to heal, then no, it needs to wait.
And that is the key, the time and space to heal. And I don't think men really understand. What's mine doing? Okay.
Nothing.
Mine is stuck in the bush. It ain't going nowhere.
Mine is totally messed up.
Because you got that yakky. Got that silky yakky. But yeah, and so whatever I was saying, in response to Keisha, time and space. Yeah. And I think the problem is that men, when you some men don't understand what time and space means. Nana, what's your interpretation of time and space?
As it relates to,
like, if let's say you're in the process of healing, a gentleman approaches you and says, I'm interested in you, and you say, well, I'm healing. He's like, well, I want to wait for you and endure. I think everybody has a different idea of what time and space is. I was just wondering what yours was.
Mine is, I feel I should be the one basically boundaries, so that he knows what's too much for me and what's comfortable for me, right? Mm-hmm. And which would be, let's say when it comes to communication, if I'm saying right now I'm in the process of healing, something that I would do in a relationship would be maybe talk on the phone every day, right? Since I'm in the process of healing, that means I'm not going to be up for talking on the phone every day, because that's more of a relationship type expectation. So when it comes to me saying I want to heal or I'm in the process of healing, they have to understand that means you cannot put relationship type expectations on what I'm doing right now. And I've been in a place where that has happened, where it's like, I say I want to heal. Okay, that's cool. But then it's, oh, I've called you today, you didn't answer. Oh, I'm just, sir. That's the, I don't, the whole point I want it to be.
But see, what it is that when you say healing, people don't have a tangible thing that they could touch to say this is what healing looks like.
Right, which is why it's up to you to set that boundary, because they can.
To the person that's healing.
To the person who's wanting to walk with you. The person that's healing needs to set the boundary to the person, that's wanting to walk with them.
And then they have to be willing to understand that these are my boundaries, bro. So just because I say yes, you know what, I'm gonna give you a chance, I'm healing, let's just try to be friends. You have to go at my pace.
Exactly. Say that one again.
You have to go at my
Her
pace.
At her pace.
I said my space. My pace.
At her pace, her pace. So you can't move in on someone like that and try to rush them through their process. You can't, try to, I don't know what the word is, I guess friend your way into it, but still kind of rush them. Like, you want to move at their pace. If they say that they're comfortable, go for it. If they're okay with you all meeting up once a week, that's fine. But if not, they're healing. You said you were willing to wait. So wait and walk it out.
There shouldn't be any pressure. There shouldn't be any pressure applied.
You can't make comments like, well, I wish you'd hurry up and get your healing together.
Right.
And then I'm ready to hurry up.
If you don't move
because all you're doing is you're going to make that person shut down altogether, or they're just going to stop talking to you because they're going to realize, okay, although you said you're capable of walking this out with me, clearly you're trying to rush me through my process. And that's not going to work.
That's not going to work. Hey, Zenobia.
Lights ain't going to work, Lord.
Zenobia's at a event tonight, you guys. And she's looking like what's Roger Rabbit woman name?
Oh, Jessica Rabbit.
Looking like Jessica Rabbit tonight.
Very, very,
very cute, very cute. All right, listen, we got other comments. Okay. Okay, Ashley had a comment. She says, "No, we can't stay hurt too long. Let that
man go."
Is that a mango?
Yeah.
I love you so much, girl. I would have never thought that was a mango. I thought it was a strawberry. Okay, now Tyrena comes back on when we switch to the trust issues.
And said, now if it's trust issues and insecurity, she may just need to stay alone and just be friends, because it can cause her to act out and to blame him for things that he did not do. And that is so true, which is why we're saying, I think in an area like that, we do want to try to go first, because you're setting him up to be victimized by you, because you already know if you're dealing with that anything can trigger you. So you don't want to take it out on him, especially when he has the compassion enough to even want to be in that space for you. You don't want him to be in that space only for you to abuse him indirectly, So
Frederick Hurst is responding to our "I got you and you could be." He said, if he tells you that, run.
Exactly. Fast.
Nikki says those people are obsessive and possessive. Come on here. Nikki agrees with me that Evil Lives Here is like a scary show. For me, Nikki, it's scary because you just don't know who you are surrounded by, who you're around until something pop off.
John, he's about the lights.
Muad'Dib, aka John. We're gonna get whoever suggested wearing lights on y'all head. They ain't safe nowhere. First of all, it's Christmas,
right?
It's beginning to.
It's gonna stay though. Criminal.
You're trying to be cute with it. Just throw it on there.
I am. Right, it slides.
Yeah, there you go. So you trying to look like a beauty queen. Just look normal for once. Okay.
Girl, she didn't come for me. Come for me like that.
As you said, love will have you blind, deaf, and dumb if you're not careful. So true. He said, Fred said, where are you two going? We're going right here to the Women of Power Radio show. It's our teeth. And listen, you guys, we want to, just in case we don't remember at the end of the show, we want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Christmas is 3 days away.
Yeah.
And so just y'all make sure it's not stressful. Enjoy yourself, relax, especially during the end of this year. Relax, because 2021 is going to be a ride for all. All right. So yeah.
Next comment we're gonna go to Taibu Muad'Dib said, you got hold up? Okay. He said, hold up. It's crazy and cute at all, but it's real. And people who have never experienced anything tangible like that think it's attractive. Yes. So that's what we talked about again. When you hear those words, when they do the pop-up stuff, like there's something are cute and like they said, there's signs, and the small things that you choose not to speak on in the beginning can turn out to be the very reason why you all break up later if you don't say anything about it.
So as you kind of address your second statement, she says, so what if they say they're healing, but they apply the pressure relationship? So like, if like, let's say you're the person healing, but then you start applying pressure for a relationship. First of all, let's just throw this out here, okay? We are single until we're married. So ain't no pressure.
Here she go.
Ain't no pressure applied. We single until you put a ring on it. So I'm not gonna pressure
That's
you.
such a tricky statement, though. I
Is
mean, because
it? What's so tricky?
Because when you think about it, it's like the whole meaning of the point of a relationship, right, is for y'all to be exclusively dating each other. But one day I'm single until then, it's like, even if you exclusively commit to someone, you walking out and another man sees you and thinks you're attractive, what you go, well, I'm single till I'm married, so sure, I'll go to lunch with you tomorrow, but you in a whole relationship.
I'm not in a relationship. Okay, look, see this.
So now there's no such thing as relationships.
I'm not gonna say there's no such thing because people are in them all over the world, but they're in them wrong. Because the purpose of marriage is for a reason. For those of y'all, you know what I'm saying, biblical scholars out there, you know it's a covenant.
Right.
Right. So what I'm saying is that a lot of women have given marriage privileges in relationships with no commitment, no covenant. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I say I'm single till I'm married, meaning I'm not doing any wifely duties. Oh, I'm not helping you clean apartment. I'm not co-signing. I'm not, you know
So
what I'm saying? You're not moving
as it
in.
relates to the benefits, not as it relates to your commitment.
Correct.
Oh. You need to clarify.
Okay. Well, let me just say this. Until can I really commit though? Can I really commit? Y'all, okay, follow me down this thought process. Okay. If you are dating someone,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's date you exclusively, okay? Because a lot of us, that's how we end up in a relationship. And then 3 years later, we're still in this relationship. I can't do that anymore. So for me, if you say, let's go to the next level, to me, the next level is engagement. Because if it ain't engagement, then I'm going to continue to engage.
That's a t-shirt. If it's not engagement, I'm going to continue to engage. Hashtag single life. All right. Put it on the shirt.
Right. And then that takes the pressure away from why you didn't return my call. I don't care if you return my call. I'm good. Why? Because I'm single. Let me tell you something. This has mentally been like a euphemism.
Yeah.
I mean, it's total freedom, ladies. This is my new theology. Okay. I need y'all to come on board. Come on board. So Nikki, okay, Nikki, what?
What'd she say?
She said, hold on. I keep clicking on Mary laughing. She says Pastor Jamal Bryant is dating his ex-wife, and he said he's single, but he's not engaged or married. Wait a minute. He's dating his wife, and he said he's single because he's not.
Yeah.
Can I get a come on here? And so now, hey, Jewel, Brittany, thank you so much for joining us on tonight. We have totally veered away from our topic, which I'm getting ready to actually scroll at the bottom for those of you that are tuning in right now. But yeah, I'm on this whole we single until we marry. But I just want to say that it actually frees you up, ladies. It frees you up. I'm telling you, you'll be so free. You'll be so free. You will be like this is what actually attracts men.
Mm-hmm. When you're not bothered by anything. Right. Like because there's not that pressure of, okay, what are we doing? Where are we going? It's just fluid, you know.
Right. You're like floating in the wind, just dancing around in a big old dress, just so free. Just so free. And they'll be like, I've never met anybody like you. I know. You know why? Because I'm free. All of them is banned. Okay.
Is this the question you were going to get? I mean, the comment you were going to get
to? Yeah.
Okay. So we have a comment from Nikki Thompson. She said, I guess the question is, what is your timeline? How there's no.
Absolutely.
That's very true, but that's the tricky part about healing, right? Is you can't really put a deadline on it, and that's the hard part. So if you're the person who's saying I'm willing to help you heal, you also can't be like, okay, so by when? What's the ETA? Like when you think how long it's going to take you? Because the person really they can't tell you, and so that you just have to make a decision and decide, okay, if I'm walking with them, and let's say I for myself have a deadline, I'm not rushing them, but in my mind, when I decide to take that walk, I'm thinking, okay, I'll give them maybe 3 months, 6 months, whatever. And by then, if not, we'll see where we are. If no progress has been made, I'll make a decision to do what I need to do at that time. Right, but I'm not going to pressure them.
I just thought about something.
What?
So how do you know when you're healed? Because like normally you don't.
But I mean, in a sense, is for example, if you're going through a heartbreak, right? In my past experience, even going through a heartbreak, trying to heal, there's certain things that trigger me that are completely outside of anybody doing anything to me, a scenario to happen for me to not trust you. I just have my triggers, whatever it may be, whether it's music I listen to, the thoughts that just come through my mind every day, that kind of thing. So when I get to a point to where that's no longer happening and I'm no longer being triggered like that, even though I'm being around the same type of environment or I'm hearing the same songs or those kind of things, then I know, okay, I've made it. I'm not that damaged anymore. You can gauge it. Of course, there's scenarios where they're extreme, where it has to be pushed again before you realize, like, oh my gosh, it's not until maybe he said more. I don't know, he's late running somewhere and you spaz out and realize like, oh my gosh, I still have trust issues. But there are other things where it doesn't take all that. You can kind of gauge yourself where you're at based on your own thought process, what your mind does during the day.
True. Hashtag facts. Okay. I did. So
thanks for tuning in, Neron Black, Gina K. Maples, Corey Carter. Thank you all so much for tuning in. All right, next comment. Azure said, but yeah, I had someone who told me they were healing, but he wanted to talk like we were already in a full-blown commitment. So, and how did that make you feel? Right. Because I've been in the process too where I'm saying like I'm healing and it's like the expectation of relationship type stuff is still being placed on you and it's very frustrating and you don't want to be mean. It's like, don't rush. But it's like I'm there yet. So I don't know, maybe it's best to just not even try to have a friendship because it seems like that's blurring the lines and making them feel like, wow, then I need to go ahead and get in a relationship with her right now. I can kind of push her into it. Or maybe I just need to take the time and be by myself because you don't want to send mixed signals either. If maybe that's what they're picking up on. Because you can kind of tell if the person is capable, like we talked about capacity, if they're capable of actually walking it out with you without blurring lines and getting their feelings hurt, or if they say that they're willing to walk with you, but at the same time too, you can kind of tell that the way in which you're moving is frustrating them because they're still placing relationship expectations on you because they don't get it. And if you see that happen, then you need to remove yourself because it left to them alone, they're not gonna go nowhere. No.
Hey, what's up, Lacorius Hunter and Deverica? Thank you so much for joining us on tonight. So we are actually addressing the question that's ticking across the bottom of the screen. He is amazing. He's like, I believe my soulmate, but I'm still trying to heal.
Yes.
Do I just let him walk on by? Or say, look, bro, I'm healing. Walk with me. Let's start this friendship. Let's try to work it out. That's what we're talking about right now. We're trying to help one of our listeners that submitted this question. We need your input. Help us out.
Yes. Next comment we have. Nikki Thompson, she's talking about Jamal Bryant. She said, yes, ma'am. They've been divorced for 10 years and they're dating now, trying to start again.
Wow.
Yeah. We're just going to leave that there.
Yeah, we're going to
Deverica said, Lord, hide me until I heal. Is it Deverica? I said it wrong.
She said she unbothered.
Okay. She said, Lord, hide me until I heal. It's too complicated trying to navigate those waters, trying to heal and date.
That's why we can't even call it dating. We can't even call it dating. We're just friends. Let's hang out. Let's get some froyo. You know what I'm saying? I think something happens when we put that word date on it. Like, let's go on a date.
Let's build a friendship.
Right. Because when you're dating, there's like an expectation there. Like, I'm expecting doors to be open. I'm expecting chairs to be pulled out. I'm expecting I'm expecting that anyway, to be honest with you, from with a man. But but I'm just saying there are certain levels of expectation. I'm expecting you to pay if we go out to eat. Whereas if we're just friends, it would be Bono.
Right.
What's it called?
Dutch. We're gonna go Dutch.
Or you could go French.
What's that? Goodbye. Lacorius Hunter, thank you for tuning in.
My brother.
We got another comment.
Hey, son.
Mary Martin said the knowing is different for everyone. Knowing you're over it.
Okay. I thought she was saying the knowing for people knowing. Okay. All right. Nikki says, when you're able to tell your story and not cry when you talk about it.
Yeah, or not get angry or not feel resentment, all of those negative emotions. If you're able to do that and not be triggered, then I feel like you are a step closer to your healing.
And we just had a whole sermon series on triggers.
That part.
Yes. All right. Jewel agrees with Deverica. Okay. Taibu. I hope I'm saying this right, John. You know you're healed when you can relate to people without it giving you a tangible reaction, as if you were still in that bad relationship space of vibe. Okay, yeah. So that's another way you can know if you healed. All right. So yeah. Last comment we're gonna read on that is we got two more. Taboo says
he shouldn't want you broken. He should want you healed. Don't commit and possibly hurt him too, because of the process. Let him know he's cool and you want to try afterwards, though. For real.
Right. And then hopefully he'll be available. Right. And if he's not, maybe it wasn't meant to be.
Right, that part.
Ooh, but that was up. Okay, Keisha. Keisha says, don't be so quick to put a title on things. Thank you, Keisha Taylor out of Oklahoma, for helping us out here. When you are healing, like y'all said, we are friends. Titles come with expectations that you may not be ready to meet. Mm-hmm. And when you say you, it could be the her or the him.
Either one.
Yeah.
Take your time, y'all. Just take your time.
And then lastly, Deverica says, that's it.
Friends. The ones we can
depend on.
Hey, friends. How many of us have friends?
All right. So listen, you guys, we're going to move to our second question for tonight. We're going to move expeditiously.
Yes. So I know y'all saw it, and maybe y'all can relate, and maybe you can't.
Oh my!
This one was an interesting one, because oftentimes, like, how many times have we heard, oh, they're just not consistent. They're not consistent. Their communication, they're flaky. They ghost. They come back. This one is a little different. His communication is consistent.
Okay.
But the way in which he communicates is not. So she's saying that the communication is there, but his energy switches up. So some days she'll get a good morning, beautiful. Some days she just gets a dry good morning. Some days he uses emojis and seems really enthusiastic to talk to her. Other days he doesn't. And so she's saying that they haven't been intimate or anything like that, because initially I asked her and I was like, wait a minute, because you know, sometimes people will switch up after you slept with them because they got what they wanted, so they're just doing enough to keep you in the back pocket. But they haven't even had any sex or anything like that. So they haven't been going on dates, so. Okay. But yeah, the communication is just so she doesn't know. She feels like he's lost interest because it seems like some days he's just dry. It's not just the you know, y'all can feel it. I don't know how to explain it, but you could just tell, you know? So yeah, she wants to know, does that mean he's lost interest? And so from your perspective, whether you're a man or a woman, if you've been the kind of person who kind of has switched up on the way you communicate, has it been because you've lost interest? Is it just because what's going on in your personal life, it makes you message differently, communicate differently? Or, I mean, I don't know. Could it mean it just, I'm not that interested? I don't know.
I would say for me, one of the mitigating factors for me has been consistency. Mm-hmm. And so the fact that there is consistency, Taibu. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So I would say the fact volumes, even though the energy is not consistent, mm-hmm. but the fact that the communication is consistent, to me is like a miracle in 2020. So when you ask, does that mean he's lost interest because his energy is different? Like he's not maybe like, I mean, okay. So I kind of talked about this with you before. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm just going to say that I think a lot of us, and when I say us, I mean men and women, we do things at the beginning of a relationship that are almost impossible to upkeep. Can I get a heart or a like for that? Because it's the truth. For those not ashamed to tell the truth and shame the devil right now.
I'll be consistent.
We do things that are inconsistent.
Y'all, I don't.
Nana tried to convince me that
I'm like, y'all see how I'm a gift and emoji queen. Like for me, I feel like in order for you to understand what I'm saying, especially if like it's through text, I'm gonna gift you to death. Like because I want you to see my expression because I'm really goofy. So I always have an expression for everything. So I'm gonna be consistent. Even if you text me dry, my response is gonna have a gif or emoji or something because that's the kind of person I am. I can't be ashy. I don't know how to do that.
But does that even mean you dry? Because today I missed saying good morning. So now all of a sudden I'm
Just hit me. You been calling me good morning queen, and then today I just get good morning. I'd be like, you a little ashy today. You know, I would.
You know, I came with you. Let's move on. Yes. So Nikki, I want to get back to you. I'm sorry. Nikki says actions speak louder than words. And then Antonio, what's up? Antonio, so glad to see you on the show tonight. He says that he didn't lose interest. Men are not emotional every day. Our language is not the same as long as he communicates what's the issue.
I get it, but I still be like,
but when we go back to what people used to say back in the day, like don't start something you can't finish or done. Right. But the reality of it is that when you're excited about somebody, you know, when you're first
excited, so y'all speak for yourself. Okay. I cannot.
Can I speak for myself?
I cannot.
Can I speak for myself?
Speak for yourself.
So like you might meet somebody and like the first couple of times you talk to them, you may be on the phone to 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
just caking. You cannot keep that up.
Because you've already talked about all that stuff to stay on the phone.
Right.
But that energy can still be the same. The longevity of a conversation doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
But the energy of it can be.
But I'm saying that's how it started out. Some people will expect that. Like, we used to talk all the time. Yeah, we used to.
I don't look at the longevity of the conversation. Okay. I look at the energy. Okay.
Oh, okay.
As long as you're not getting ashy on me. When you start getting ashy, man, it's just.
Nikki, you right. She replied back to Antonio, said, but Antonio, he can't be dry though.
Exactly.
And that's true. That's true. But he's dry today and then tomorrow he's not. And then he's dry a couple of days later. Mm-hmm. So I guess I would have to experience that to really know how it made me feel.
You never experienced that before?
Where
someone is like dry and then they're like really enthusiastic and they're dry.
And dry. Like I need a real example. Like give me a tangible
Y'all give us some ashiness examples because she over here acting like everything just been moisturized in her life. Okay, let me give you an example. I would say I'm trying to think. Okay, for example, if you're talking phone conversations, okay, so normally they call like the pet names. Just
what's wrong with that?
No, I'm saying they're not doing it. Like normally, maybe it's like I don't know if y'all have a name. They have a name they call you. I don't know. Like,
well, I can't be Peeboo every day. Do I have to be Peeboo every day?
No, but I'm saying the energy. Like you could see.
So, but is that an energy? So you're taking the actions and saying that's a vibe.
If you're short, yeah. When someone becomes short and they stop being as enthusiastic to me, I pick up on that.
Right.
So I would be like, okay, yeah, today they're a little bit on the tumbleweed side. I mean, it's a little dry. It's looking a little dry. That's me. But like I told you guys, I'm goofy, so I'm always high energy. So I can tell real easily if you just like, he is at least communicating with her. Most men don't even do that. Especially not these days.
Thank you, Tyrena.
It may be something that is going on in his life, and he's sending something just to let her know, hey, I'm still interested.
Right.
And that's true.
Like it. Okay, so sometimes I wake up late in the morning. Okay. Mm-hmm. I may not be able to send you that good morning, whatever I send every other day before the day.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't make me inconsistent. I might hit you up later that afternoon or that evening. I guess I'm just trying to say we have to have a little more flexibility. Right. Because men are from Venus. I mean, Mars, women are from Venus. So we are not the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I totally get it. He's consistent. To me, that is the moneymaker right there. Just consistency. Now, everybody's energy is kind of like off. I guess you just wake up happy every day because the joy of the Lord is just so good in your life. And you're just consistent every day and you just give the same vibe every day.
Yeah.
Everybody don't. Everybody don't. And that's just reality. Everybody is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I will say the joy of the Lord does make a difference. But yeah, it'll help you be consistent in your joy. But yeah, so
see, as you said, for me, it's almost every day. Okay, see, I'm not the only one.
They
laughed at your name, Peeboo.
What's almost every day?
You talking about you being happy is almost every day, or you being
right?
inconsistent almost
Yeah,
every
but
day?
what I'm saying is that you have friends that you really, really close to. You don't call them every day. Why? Because you got a life as you got work, you got things you got to do, you got stuff going
Tiffany, I'm
on.
right there with you, girl. See, Tiffany said, let's go to Tiffany
Which
Mayfield. Tiffany Mayfield. She said,
Okay.
I think you got to scroll
Down or up.
Oh, did I? I skipped a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Then he is not consistent. Dry convo today, upbeat tomorrow. That's not consistent. Don't ignore the red flags. She probably just needs to bring it to his attention and have a conversation about it.
But see that to me, if I don't mind, Tiffany is not going. My mind, Tiffany, is not going to jump to he's dry. It's just going to jump to maybe he was busy. Maybe he got, maybe he worked late and he's still asleep. Maybe, I mean, stuff happens.
Not
Look, Nana don't play. Because y'all, if you y'all can tell she is hard.
Let me put it this way. Outside the confines of relationship, I don't care because we're not in a relationship. But if we're in a relationship, I think then that's different, right? Because then I am expecting to hear from you every day. Now, if I don't get the good morning like at all, and you've been saying it every morning, I don't trip on the fact that necessarily you did it. I guess my thing is when you are communicating, but like she said, the way that you're communicating is switching up to me is what makes it kind of different, because I can draw a black and white for you not saying anything at all. Like, okay, well, he was busy. But when you're still reaching out, but it's like you're reaching out, but you seem kind of not yourself, then to me, it's like, okay, what's the problem? Because you are reaching out to me, but you seem a little off today. So
can we not have an off day, Saints?
Every other day?
Then that's not consistent.
That's what we talk. I'm saying the communication, though, is consistent.
Oh, okay. Just the level of communication.
Yeah.
Whew.
See, it's a little complex. Y'all.
Listen, Tyrena wants you to know you petty.
It is ashy. And best believe I will send you a tumbleweed gift right in your inbox. Like I that fast. Like what I'm doing. Or I'll send you Ashy Larry. Like I'm good for that.
Who is that?
Dave Chappelle show?
Oh, yes. So Taibu says, I don't want to digress back to my old ways, but consistency breeds stability. What woman doesn't want that? So this person here, she's either insecure or she's the never satisfied type, which is both her problems, and she's going to run a good man off. Okay.
Interesting.
We accept your perspective.
Yes, we do. I can't argue with that.
Nikki says, I want to be bae every day.
Okay. When you call me by my real name, what's going on, bro? What's going on, bro?
I feel like we're beefing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what I do? What are you talking about?
That's
Nana.
crazy,
Nana.
Nikki.
I'm not Nana. I'm Faye. My name is Faye.
No, my name is Kasha.
No.
And it's okay if you call me by my name.
My name's Baby. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, she ain't a baby. Yes, there is. Okay, come on here. So it sounds like y'all strict.
You said we strict.
Y'all are strict. Nikki, you and Nick.
Whatever.
I need to talk to one of your exes.
Let's see.
Okay. Says she's in trouble.
Who is?
Jewel, you don't have no consistency in your life.
Oh, she's saying she's in trouble.
Right. Because
why you in trouble?
Because she's not consistent.
Oh. Well, good for the evaluation. This is all about.
Jewel. Yes, Tiffany Mayfield says that he is not consistent. Okay, Tiffany.
Oh, that's the one I read. Yeah, dry.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, where he's dry one day, upbeat the next.
I went back. Okay.
Tyrena said Nana and change. We're in the middle.
Okay, let me go back to Deverica up here by Tiffany.
She said, listen, flexibility. Can we both have a life and pick up with one another where we can? Both have a life. So yeah, you can have a life. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think that just I get what everyone is saying though, because the fact that he's consistent, let's just be real, especially in 2020, people are just so quick to ghost, and not be consistent. The one thing that is consistent is that people are inconsistent. So I think that speaks volumes, like everyone said, that he is still reaching out and taking the time to speak to her every day. However, I just say when it comes down to, I mean, you could have like off days, I guess, but I feel like if that's a pattern to where you're just, I can't tell which you I'm getting today, I don't like that. Like, I want it to be like a consistent vibe, not a like one day you good, the next day you going through something, the next day you good, next day you act like, who has the time?
Nobody. So Novia, go back to your event and get out here. She said she like our lifestyle.
Thank you.
Keisha says it's confusing. Listen, Nikki says, Pastor Kasha, when the Lord gives me this man, I want to talk every day. I don't care. I don't care. Busy? No, ma'am. I'm making time. Okay. And I understand. I mean, we should talk every day. But what I'm saying is that if he normally calls you in the morning, Nikki, and then all of a sudden today he calls you in the afternoon, and then tomorrow it may be the evening, is it like, red flag? No, he's still being.
All I'm saying is, if you, like they say, don't start something right that you can't, quote unquote, maintain, sustain, whatever. Don't introduce me to a vibe that you're not going to be able to maintain. I get you may have one-off days, but I feel like if you're the kind to where in the beginning, like you're kind of spoiling in the way that you speak to me, or like real, beautiful this and complimenting and whatever, and then all of a sudden, like you just stop, and then you go back to it, and then some. To me, that would just be like, okay, like what's going on? Because to me, your usual self is the complimentary you, the upbeat you, the whatever. So now all of a sudden, like you call me by my real name.
Nah, girl.
I'm gonna be like, what's going on? Like what I do? What's wrong? So I don't know.
It's hard out here for you. No, I just I think I probably was stuck in a relationship then. But then again, I wouldn't start off with setting these high expectations, because it does it starts feeling like an obligation.
That's why you shouldn't start if you don't plan on maintaining it, because you're setting that expectation. They're going to expect you to do that or to talk to them in that kind of way. So if you know you're only doing it because you want to, quote unquote, get them, don't do it, because if you're not going to be able to sustain it, it's going to put you in a position to where you're going to be questioned or looked at a little bit kind of sideways later down the line, because they're going to be wondering, okay, where is that you? Like, what happened? Because that's what happened to me. Like, what are you, sir? What are you doing?
All right, let's see what everybody's saying. Jewel says she agrees with Nana on this.
Thank you. So we got Jewel, we got Nikki, and we got Tiffany. Y'all, Team Nana. I thank y'all.
Hold on. Excuse me. You said who on your team?
Nikki was in one of her comments. Tiffany was.
That's all right. Deverica says Team Kasha.
We anti-ashy over here. Let them be ashy by themselves. Okay. We ain't got time.
So Antonio says, first learn the man's ways and see how he moves. Ladies make decisions off the first 2 months. It's called dating and learning. So you, just because the first month he's doing this, you got to sit back and learn his ways, see how he moves.
That's the whole point of the question. She saw his ways and he's moving different. So she's asking, what does that mean?
But then my thing is, Nana, can you really base the fact whether this relationship is going to last or anything off of him calling you babe and him being consistent with his text, good morning text? It has to be more to it than that.
There's more to it than that, but for me,
that's a red flag.
I pick up on it. It's just all I'm saying. Like I know this.
Hey, look at you.
What she say? My name is Bay. Thank you. That part. My name is Bay. I don't know. No.
I can't either, Keisha.
What you talking about? Okay.
Keisha, I can't either. I think I've been doing this all wrong my whole life. Tyrena says titles kill the vibe. Call me Ty, and I'm cool with that. I can keep my guards up. Don't start baying and booing me.
No, you baying. If you started off baying and booing me, you gonna bay and boo me. Okay, you ain't gonna switch back to my government. See, Nikki said I'm with you now. Thank you, girl.
Jewel agrees with Nikki. If you call me by my name, I feel like I'm in trouble.
Thank you.
Oh,
like Lord. Who gets called their real name? Who?
Like real people?
Whatever.
Right.
James Lindsay Jr., thanks for tuning in. We got another comment from Azure. She said, no, seriously. Where are we at? Where? No, seriously, having a moment is okay, but making it a lifestyle of drama and stress, he can go. That's what I'm saying. You can have an off day, but if it's a constant pattern of the up and down, you can't be like, no.
I came with Nikki. Nikki said, look, if I don't get my good morning text, I'm gonna need to know what happened this morning. I can't with y'all.
Yeah, like if you think good morning to me, Queen, good morning, and all of a sudden it's Queen, and I'm gonna be like, oh, so I've been dethroned this morning. Like, is that what happened? Because I didn't.
Whatever. Antonio says men don't talk a lot. It's women.
Let me tell you, no, they talk. That's so what you're missing. We're saying he came in talking now. It's one thing if she's saying I'm putting this expectation on him to where I feel like he should talk more. He came in flapping them gums. You hear me? He was saying all the good stuff, calling her queen, calling her beautiful, all that, and now he's not doing it anymore. So it's not that men don't talk, because he clearly was talking. The problem is he didn't maintain that. So if maybe that's not something he was really, I guess, really did anyway, then that's probably why it dropped off, because he couldn't sustain it, because that was not his nature. But if that is his nature and it's something that he's been doing, he introduced her to that, she's gonna expect it.
Yeah, and it would be a red flag if it's his nature.
Right, but that's the whole point. So that's what she's saying. So she can't tell.
So, but does that equal I'm no longer interested? It
can be based on how often it's occurring. Because like I said, if it's just a one-off, maybe I don't know how long it's happened. Maybe it was just 1 week where it made her feel some type of way enough to write us in, or this has been a pattern going on for over a month or something. Who can tell? But if it's been longer than a month, then bye-bye.
Look, the Verica said the struggle is real. Tiffany Mayfield, she says you can't start out one way and then switch up all of a sudden with no explanation.
Thank you.
Keep that same energy.
The only thing we switch up over here is wigs, baby. Not energy.
What you did to get her, you got to do to keep her.
That part.
And in some situations, it's cheaper to keep her. All right, let's see what Taibu got to say. On the flip side, I like this person due to her heightened sense of relationship equilibrium. She should approach him with her concerns. It sounds like she feels like she's doing more than she should to have to keep the relationship. Maybe not that she's doing more than she should to keep the relationship, but I think I believe that she does need to approach him. No, yeah, they should definitely have a conversation. Yeah, and just say, hey, something has changed. What's going on? Okay, Deverica, what you talking about? Steve Harvey, 90 days. Steve Harvey said 90 days. Oh. Yes, he did. Jules said, Deverica Johnson, I'm tired of you. Listen, also, Deverica, don't get discouraged. Just don't get discouraged.
Basher alert.
Tarina done got bashed. Tarina done got blocked. Taibu is calling somebody a man basher. Y'all come on here. So anyway, don't set an expectation you can't maintain. Antonio had a good comment. Did you see his?
Antonio said he's talking to learn you. That's why he will talk more when he wants to learn more about you. It's not a flag. It's how he moves. I don't like the way you move.
Oh, Lord. This is a man's perspective, which is so important, ladies, which is why I love this show. Because a lot of times we are misreading things, and then we get attitude over something, and we sitting up all day heated and all day like, oh, he about me. Oh, he just, no, maybe he got something else going on. And we take it as a personal affront to us, and it may not be. But I do agree that all of us have so much to talk about at the beginning, but after a while, it's like we don't have to talk about those same things. There may be less to talk about. So I agree with you, Antonio. It's not a flag how he moves. So Antonio is standing by that. I'm going to stand with Antonio. And I'm going to say to our listener,
stand by your fan.
Yeah, I'm going to stand by our fans. And our fans are saying, she's tripping. No, except for the few that are with you that says he's tripping.
Because we recognize ashy. We recognize the ash.
Goodness. You ain't never forgot to put on lotion?
No.
See, this is what happens when you're dealing with perfect people. Okay.
I don't put on lotion. I put on Vaseline because my skin doesn't.
Vaseline. At least you could have said body butter.
Mm-mm.
She said,
I got a mixed butter. I got that African thick. You know what I'm talking about?
I do too.
Now you
Got
put
it
on
from an African
lotion,
store.
you go outside, and that wind lick you one good time, you'll be ashy again. Okay, let's see. We have a response to Antonio. Keisha said, so to what Antonio said, if you don't like the way he moves, then you might need to move on. If it's bothering you this much, then it is your flag and you need to let it go or check yourself.
Right. It's your flag. And all of us have different flags. So just because you're waving a flag on the play, for me, it might not be a flag on the play situation. Why? Because I'm trying to get to know you. So let me just walk this thing out and see if it's a pattern. And if it is a pattern, then let's establish, is this a pattern I'm even interested in finding out why? Or is this a pattern where I just delete and just say, this is not working, let me move on?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I believe we're taking a mixture of everybody's comments and kind of balling them in. So if we did that, and hold on, I got to read this. Antonio, God bless your soul. He says, go ahead.
Ladies want him to continue.
They want him to continue.
But did you tell him to continue what he started?
But did she tell him?
Communicate right. He changed what he learned, but bring it up to him the first time it happens. Oh, he changes what he learns, but bring it up to him the first time it happens.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And
I mean, but that's the thing is, I guess let me put it this way without sounding condescending. I don't necessarily think that people have the conversation to say, hey, by the way, you're doing this. You need to make sure that you continue it, because we assume and expect that if you go into something doing it that way.
But what's the first said?
We assume. Right, but that's why I just said we assume, but because there's I guess an expectation of, if you're doing that and you start off doing that, that's who you are as a person, right? Because we're getting to know each other. So I'm not thinking that any of the things that you're doing when I'm getting to know you in the beginning are necessarily something that you plan on not doing anymore, because I'm thinking you're showing me your true self, or your best self, should I say. So this is your best.
See, we go back to women are from Venus, men are from Mars. So things that are logical to us and make sense.
But if you're doing it and you see that it's having a positive reaction to
then why would you stop?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That to me doesn't make any logical sense. If I'm doing something and I see, oh, he likes it when I call him this, or he likes it, then, and he's affirming that he likes it, then why would I take it upon myself to out of nowhere just stop and be like, oh, I didn't know you wanted me to keep doing that. Well, did you not see the reaction you were getting when you were doing it? What would make you? My question would be, what made you stop?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the question you should ask.
Not that's why the most logical thing you said.
No, you didn't.
All night. That is like so logical right there. That makes perfect sense. That's how stuff has been related to me. Now that makes sense. If you were doing this and we were coasting along and I was happy, why would you stop? Right. That makes sense.
So that's the question to her now, is why did you stop? Because you were doing it and you saw my reaction to when you were doing it. So what made you stop? Not, okay, have I told him that he needs to keep going? I shouldn't have. I'm affirming you. What more do you need, sir?
Right. So then thank you for that, Nana.
You're welcome.
But that would what? Come out of the conversation.
Right.
Okay. Just confirming.
We have ashy meetings, you know. That happens. We talk about
it. So yeah. So then for our listeners, because we got to wrap up, you guys. I'm so grateful that you guys came on tonight and shared your comments. They going off in the comments. I'm gonna let y'all just keep.
See y'all really going at each other. Y'all don't even need us tonight. Y'all
Listen, they got
there.
They got
got their own.
We're gonna end the live and just let y'all keep talking. No, but I would say I don't know if the person who submitted this question is listening tonight. They're gonna watch the replay, but I'm thinking we need to give our final thoughts on this subject, because there's been a myriad of discussion. And as you can see, the whole show, we have been on opposing sides. Me on the right, her on the left.
Yes. So.
Yeah. So, Nana, come on, summarize it.
My brace is getting caught on my lip.
Oh my.
My final thought is, again, I feel like if you start out in your courtship, in your dating, and you've introduced somebody to a certain lifestyle or a certain vibe or certain whatever, there's an unspoken expectation that will be sustained and maintained, especially if they're affirming that they enjoy what you're doing. So whether you're taking them on trips, taking them on dates or whatever, and they're, oh my gosh, I'm so appreciative, oh thank you so much, right. And they're doing that, and out of nowhere you stop, it's definitely going to raise an eyebrow, because for us, if you're being affirmed in what you're doing, why then would you stop? The question would be, what made you stop? And so for us, I feel like it's very understandable that she would have a concern and feel like maybe he's lost interest or something has shifted, although it could very well be due to things going on in his personal life.
Right.
Maybe that's just not his nature, and he was just trying to show he was very interested. And once he realized, okay, I've established she knows that I like her and that kind of thing, so now I can kind of just be more lax, because now I've gave so much, there's no way she can mistake me not being interested in her, because guys do that as well. So if anything, I would definitely say have a conversation with him about it. Don't be what is this about, or what you're doing, or what, not like that, but just from a place of like, hey, I kind of noticed, like, whatever, it hasn't been the same, like, is everything okay with you? Make it about him, right? Don't make it seem like it's about yourself. Like, why do they call me Bae today? My name is Bae. Don't do that. It should be like, hey, is everything okay with you? Is
wellness check,
right? In your personal life, I was just checking on you.
Right.
I was just checking on you. I noticed like your energy has been a little bit different. Are you good? Is everything okay? That's how you. And
if you're not good, I'm okay with you telling me, you're not good with this anymore.
Right. So and then let him say whatever he has to say, and then you can expound on how you feel, and then boom, it's fixed.
Yeah, you don't have to ghost. We don't have to continue to coast. We can just have a real adult conversation right now. And if you have lost interest, just tell me. I'm a survive.
Right.
Okay. But so I guess my take is similar to yours. I don't need to rehash all of that verbiage, but I will say that just to kind of reiterate what she said, is that I would not immediately go to lost interest, because there's so many other things it could be as a reason why he's not doing it. So I would say, get to the bottom of it, dig, sister,
have a conversation,
dig deep into his heart, dig into his mind, but dig with purpose and dig with class.
Grace. Yes, grace and class. Make it about them. You're just trying to check and make sure that he's good. Don't make it about yourself or have an attitude, because it's gonna go left.
Absolutely. And then it's good to know these things up front, because you don't want to be 6 months, a year into it, and he's still got these behaviors, and you're thinking, well, he's still here, but is it this? We don't have to wonder, you guys. It's a song that says, you don't have to wonder. It's an old song.
Clearly. And she just gonna keep singing. Girl,
okay, so I would say time out for wondering. Okay, we can get answers, and we can get answers today.
So talk to him.
Talk to
him. But if he continues to be ashy, let him go.
But after the conversation, you just want to let him go anyway.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I'm all for making it work. I told y'all, like, I've gone to therapy, with people that it's not even marriage, just trying to work things out. I go all out.
Right.
So I wouldn't say I'm just saying that, but I'm saying if you can tell when someone just being, has a consistent ash offender, we'll just call them that. If they're constantly like ashy, even after you guys have had talks.
We got trigger words. And I realize ashy is one of your trigger words, and then ghosting is one of my trigger words. It just takes us somewhere. Listen, I love you too, Ricky. She said, I think like a man. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm different kind of. But so listen, that was our second question. So you guys just keep on talking. And Nana, what? Nana is killing me with the ashy. Me too, Tyrena. See, that's why we.
But I bet you it's gonna stick in your head, and the minute someone is ashy, you're gonna pick up on it, and you're gonna even subconsciously be like, "Oh, that was ashy." I said ashy. Watch, because you can tell. You just when you learn it, you know. When you know.
Oh, Jewel said that's her trigger word too, ashy.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody got. Nikki said need some Johnson & Johnson.
Thank you. What did we say?
No,
ashiness.
nobody use Johnson
2020.
& Johnson no more.
We are doing moisturized conversations with substance all 2020. So if you want to be ashy, take your dry tumbleweed talk over yonder, okay? Because we moisturize over here. I don't know what y'all doing with all this inconsistent ashiness.
Take your non-body butter having butt over there.
Over there. And you and Ashley Larry. Y'all just go chill over there. Please and thank you.
And Mr. Brown.
All of y'all, yes, especially Mr. Brown. All of y'all.
So, right. So, man, I'm telling you, Tarina's like my twin tonight. Her trigger is ghosting as well.
So would y'all see, I'll save that for, we'll save that. We've kind of already talked about that, but somebody asked me that, but I think we'll wait till next week.
Yeah.
Would you rather be ghosted or told you're not?
Tell me everything. Tell me so I can be better for the next person. Tell me whatever it is. If it's you, just tell me. I'm good. I'm not good with not knowing. Nathaniel.
That's like me. See, that's why I need to know the details.
But you want to know details after it's over. I'm trying to figure out why it's over. You want details on why you cheated, who you cheat with, where y'all cheat. No, I don't need those details unless we staying together. If we done. I don't care. I don't care who you was with, where you was. We good. But I would like to know why you disappeared. Now that I would like to know. Just on GP. You know what I'm saying? If your baby mama came back, praise God. Brother, I will pray for y'all. I will encourage y'all. I will go into my closet for y'all. But you don't give me the opportunity.
I don't know.
Yeah. We got Azure on here singing, tell me what you want. Tell me.
It ain't good enough.
Serena says, tell me why it's over. I don't care about the other stuff.
Closure.
Okay. Well, she's not praying for nobody, daughter. You might have to come on, lift them up in prayer, encourage them, because when we cheer other people on, you know what I'm saying? It's actually like setting us up for our blessing. When we can be excited over somebody else's victory or somebody else's relationship that used to be ours, then that's setting you up for next level stuff right there. Huh?
Our next level is close, because Lord.
Oh my. So everybody's oh no. Oh my, Antonio done threw a wrench in the whole tire. He says because a man has a girlfriend
doesn't mean he stopped looking for a wife. Which goes back to the whole single until you're married.
Thank you. Ladies, he just reinforced why we got to take on that theology. I've got it. I've got a hold of it. It's in my spirit. Y'all. Oh, y'all need to get that in your spirit. You are single until there's a ring on your finger. We're not
free as a bird.
Right.
Free as a bird.
Wow. That, you know what, Antonio, I'm going to just leave that up there. Well, until I put something else. But thank you for that, because that is so true. And I pray everybody watching this on tonight is getting that. Okay, look, real quickly, you guys, before we go, as you know, we come on every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Next Tuesday will be right before New Year's, and we're so excited about celebrating New Year's with you guys. We're going to have some additional questions, and for those of you that want to submit
your questions, you can put them right here in the comments. You can slide in our DMs right here on Facebook, or you can email us at www.womenofpower5@gmail.com. Or just womenofpower5@gmail.com.
Yeah, I was going to say no WW.
You can go to our website though at Women of Power also and send it that way. But if you already here, just do it on Facebook. If not,
unless you want to be anonymous.
Oh, true.
If you want to be anonymous, just use the email. And then also, you guys, make sure you go to the YouTube.
And subscribe. And make sure when you do subscribe to our channel that you click the bell so you can get all the notifications. And just so you know, when we go live on Facebook, we're also simultaneously going live on YouTube. And we still see your comments. So in case you're thinking like, oh, if I go on YouTube, y'all won't see, because I'll be outside of the chat, like in the chat by myself. It always put in the same place, so we still see you.
Yes. And then lastly,
Leave a Facebook review. Okay. See, y'all have no problem sitting there twiddling your thumbs. So please feel free to twiddle them on our review section of our page. So people who have not experienced Women in Power 5, don't know what the Savage Squad is, y'all can just go and just say like, hey, what it does for you, what it is to you. We'd really appreciate it because we also appreciate the feedback just to see what you all think, or even what y'all think we could do better. You could always email us that too. We're not opposed to that.
Absolutely. So listen, we are so excited that Christmas is this week.
Yeah, we are. I'm not done clearly with what I need to do.
Oh, okay. I was like, somebody's sour.
Stress.
Okay, you still got 2 more days.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be good. But listen, we just want to say Merry Christmas to you guys. And I hope
Merry
you guys
Christmas.
enjoy time with your family.
And please share the video. We know a lot of people are still out Christmas shopping on tonight and getting things done for Christmas or whatever. So they might have missed the show. So just hit the share button so they can catch us on the replay. Please and thank you.
Yes. Love y'all.
All right. Good night.
See you next week. Same bad place.
Same bad time. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Okay.